No, and that's the challenge. You want to be well-rounded, and you want to get to know the issues that are important on a citywide level. Absolutely, because district representatives, they may represent the district, but they're still voting on citywide issues. But the catch to that is that you're sacrificing time with engaging people in your district, and it's harder to get to know what your district is prioritizing, and just make the connections with them, because running for city council, it's so down ballot. Nobody knows anything about it until like the week before.
Yeah.
Unless you are able to establish the connection with them. I can't tell you how many people I was talking with walking into those grocery stores to go vote, and they had no clue that there was even a city council election going on. That's one of the downsides of moving the elections to November, is you can't focus as much on those races. But
right, because that was when Beto was running and Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
And now we got a presidential election. Like,
but you still have more people participating, which is good though. But yeah,
we are probably one of the most locally involved cities in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, we're surprisingly ignorant about what's happening locally. Like even Austin, like I had a forum with the environmental Democrats, which is weird, just in general, going to Democratic forums, because especially after COVID and whatnot, like I don't even want to be a Democrat anymore. You know what I mean? Like, so that's another story entirely, but I'm still going to all these like Democratic forums and whatnot. And we're going to talk about the shutdowns. We're going to talk about all that stuff a little bit later on, because I want to hear what your opinion is on that. But when it comes to that, it's like we have a city that talks about how much they want to, fight climate change and do all this progressive stuff. But, dude, Kinder Morgan is trying to build a fucking gas pipeline through the Texas Hill Country. And for a city that focuses so much on that, they barely said anything about these guys building a gas pipeline within our backyard. And I know that they have very little power in terms of how they could stop it, but they could still file lawsuits.
Well, they did file a lawsuit.
Yeah, but they should have done that right away. And they barely even mentioned it. Like, dude, Greg Casar is a pretty influential person. Mayor Adler has like 30,000 Twitter followers. Why are you not talking about this? Like, if people in Austin knew about what was happening, you would have widespread protests about this pipeline, and that's what we should have been doing.
I do think that the Kinder Morgan pipeline does need more attention, especially from Austin. It does feel like we've kind of forgotten that where they're putting the pipeline through in the aquifer is actually upstream of Barton Springs and all the water that's coming our way. So it does have an impact on Austin, even if it's not within our city limits. Councilmember Poole was actually the one that sponsored the resolution to actually move forward with participating in the lawsuit against Kinder Morgan. So I think that she was probably the council champion that was carrying that message forward. But yeah, we could absolutely be doing more. To some extent, the state laws kind of preempted a little bit of what the city can and cannot do on that one. But
dude, like here's the thing, man. It's like we fight the state on like reopening, or we fight the state on like transgender bathrooms and whatnot. I'm like, dude, we should be like, this is what we need to be fighting the state on.
Yeah.
This is like, everybody would agree with you on what you need to fight the state on. Like, Austin has no problems fighting the state of Texas on a lot of issues. Why not fight the state on something that everybody, liberal or conservative, will be down to get involved in? But they're not doing it, and it's frustrating. It turns people off to progressivism. It's that's really my take on it.